I'd like to spend a few minutes recording myself as I practice through Carcassi's Opus 60 study number 1. This is the book I'm using, but this is easily available online. This is public domain material, so if you just Google Carcassi Opus 60 study number 1 PDF, something like that, you should be able to find lots of places that will allow you to download the sheet music for free. It's kind of a gloomy day out, raining, bad hair day. My patio door is open, so you can hear the birds and the rain and the cars, the occasional car driving by. Thanks for joining. Hopefully this can help some of you that might be practicing the same study now or later. Some of the things that I watch out for in this study is, of course, there's a lot of scale work, and there's some position shifting, actually quite a bit of that. Some dynamic changes, lots of dialogue, a few octave displacements, things like that I'm gonna watch out for as I practice through the sections. So the first section, the music again looks like this. And the first section, right at the beginning, the first few measures, sounds something like this. So that starts in a C, in the key of C, a C scale. So when I said octave displacement, you can think of it as, you can think of this segment as an octave displacement, I guess. But we'll see later a more clear example of what it really means. So what's happening there? Descending scale. Again, descending, but from E, from G. That's an F sharp because he changes to a G major right away. Let me try that again. Here, you're landing in G. And I'm trying to do each, there's three segments there. I'm trying to increase the volume a little bit with each one. And here's my G section. Let's see what happens here. Sorry, F sharp. F natural, let's see, goes back to C. So here's that second section in G major. Here's the third section, we're back in C now. I hope the cars driving by are not too loud. Here's what I have in that third section. So here's what I'm doing there. C, low C, middle C, so to speak, on the guitar here. Well, high C, I guess. I'm playing the open E, and then F here, because I'm shifting to 5th position. F, open E, which allows me to go here. Alright, so, again. Going to an E major type thing, which leads to an A minor. That whole thing should play with a thumb, according to Carcassi. If you play through Carcassi's method ever, you'll notice that through his exercises and etudes, he likes to use the 3 fingers on the top 3 notes and the thumb a lot of times, even through scale movement with the thumb. So. And then he likes to do this exchange with the thumb and the index, like right here. Okay? So the right hand, thumb and index, E, D sharp, E. So we have had, so back to the beginning of our third section. A minor. So he changes the tonal center quite often here. From this point we have, there's a lot of dialogue there. There's a lot of dialogue, question and answer type thing there. This is kind of the middle point for me, because all of a sudden the mood of the piece kind of changes. So this is kind of like the middle for me. Let me try to back up to the beginning and see what happens. I'm about to close that patio door because I think the cars that are driving by are kind of covering the music maybe in a couple minutes. We're thirsty. Here's my fancy schmancy mason jar. Don't laugh. It's an awesome mason jar. So at this point I'm kind of in the middle of the piece, the way I think of it anyways. I try to play this as sweet as possible. And this is where I start thinking about bringing it to an end. This is just a page long. It's not a very long study. Most of these are about a page long. So from this sweet spot again. Now this is not a tutorial, so I'm not teaching the song measure by measure. If you don't know how to play the song, this might not be helpful. It's just I'm recording myself practicing it. Try that again. Alright, so here comes a series of moving chords, arpeggiated chords, which are quite a challenge. The chords themselves are not hard, it's just the shifting between at a somewhat fast speed is somewhat challenging. So here are the chords: C, a 4-string G, C, 4-string C up here, back to G, C. This is an F sharp diminished, I believe. C with G in the bass, this G over here. It's an A-type. It's an A-type chord. Make sure my MacBook stays awake. So this, and then G7, C again, G, C, E7, inner strings, 5th string and 2nd string are my outer strings there. A minor, this is either an F at 6 or a D minor with F in the bass, and then C with G in the bass, G, and then from there we have the coda, so to speak. So here's that group of chords again at a somewhat slow speed. Again. A little bit faster maybe. And again, that is one spot in the song that I would practice a lot. Maybe I could even block the chords at first. And then the ending, the last coda, the last section. Here's where I was talking about octave misplacement or displacement. C, ascending. Instead of going to high C, he plays the lower C there and then jumps up. So there's a little bit of octave displacement there that's kind of unexpected. Typical cadence here. And what I do there is I stop the note with this hand, kind of muffle. See? Because I don't want this. Nothing wrong with that. I just want to hear the two different chords. Just picture there's not too much separation there. So a few more minutes left. Section 1. Section 2. Whoops. Section 3. I made that section much longer. Here's my middle section, my middle checkpoint. Here's the next section, those moving arpeggiated chords. buzz there. Of course, there's lots of imperfections there, and I'm just practicing, so I'm not going to stop for every little buzz. What I was going to say in that section with the moving arpeggiated chords, a couple of things that might help you make those shifts in a more timely manner. I would say two things here. First, you got to think of the next chord before you play it. Okay? Don't think of the next chord when you have to play it, because then you'll be late playing it. So my C chord, I'm already thinking my G chord in my head. As soon as I play the chord, I'm thinking of the next chord. So it's a mental preparedness. And also visually, I want my eyes to get to the new position before my hand gets there. So in other words, if I go from this C to this C on the same string, did you see how I looked here before I got there with my hand? So in other words, I'm not following my finger, okay? I'm looking at point B as soon as I play point A. I want my eyes to get there before my hand gets there. So I'm already thinking and looking at this. My eyes are already here. Okay, so so that might help a little. So think the next chord ahead of time and move your eyes to the new position ahead of time. So I'm going to close the door here as I try to record one or two run-throughs and close this short practice session for the afternoon. Let me close the door. Alright, so that was a decent run through, a few issues here and there. Thanks for watching my practice session. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to write them at the bottom. I invite you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. Thank you so much for that. Give the video a like. Have a wonderful day. Stay healthy. God bless you. Bye-bye.